This is the third episode of Poetry and Songwriting by Barrie Herrold. In this episode, I am exploring a poem I wrote called Astronauts, which was partly inspired by Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Do you remember when we were two kids playing on the swings, waiting for the bell to ring and bring us to an end? I don't want to go in now. I don't want to wake up from this dream. We were two astronauts flying through the stars, and I don't want to come back down again. All we are dreams and memories. I thought I saw a shooting star. How I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. All we are dreams and memories. I know you didn't mean it. I know you want to say it again. Do you remember when we were two kids playing on the swings, waiting for the bell to ring and bring us to an end? I don't want to go in now. I don't want to wake up from this dream. We were two astronauts flying through the stars, and I don't want to come back down again. All we are dreams and memories. I really like the idea that a lot of kids' songs and nursery rhymes have deeper meanings behind them than their surface meaning. Like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is just about a little star. But when you think about it from the perspective of our place in the world and our place in the universe, and you expand out to the furthest reaches of the universe and you look back at our galaxy as just a little speck. It's a star. And it's so crazy to think that, we put so much importance on life and so much false urgency on things. Like, I used to work for a cabinet making business, making kitchens and things. And every job was urgent. Everything was like, the customer's crying out for this. And it's not a lung, it's not a heart. It's not important, really. I mean, yes, they would like it. And yes, if you planned it better, then you'd be able to give them a better expectation for when this is going to be ready. And I think it's important to gain some perspective on things and to not fall into this trap of urgency and anxiety and this idea that everything has to be done right now because it can't wait. And I mean, things can wait. It's fine. You'll live. And there is this sort of idea of like, make hay while the sun shines. But what if the sun never stops shining and you never stop working and you break your back doing this job that, somebody else could probably do just as well as you? And it is something that I have really struggled with, is trying to find a balance. And it's been interesting listening to the Office Ladies podcast with Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey from The Office. They started it sort of over lockdown, and it's been really interesting hearing their behind-the-scenes facts and things. And Jenna mentioned having anxiety, and that's something that I struggle with. But she talked about it like it's a backpack that you wear all the time, because you're always anxious. That's just, social anxiety is just it. And it's either heavier or lighter depending on just random things sometimes. Sometimes you're just anxious for no reason, and it's so frustrating. And you just have to learn how to carry it. And I think that's a good lesson in carrying things like depression and anxiety, that it's just part of who you are, and you just have to learn to carry it, whether it's doing less hours or finding balance, finding a hobby that could turn into a career like this one. And it's interesting that both Angela and Jenna have talked about the fact that they're at a point in their lives where they really don't want to do whatever it takes to make it as an actor. And a lot of the things they get offered, like, I don't really want to do that. And it's just easier to do things like podcasting and voiceover, where you get to an age where you're like, I don't want to go outside. I want to be in a nice padded room and talk to myself. It's much easier. So that's my plan for the future. And I guess the lesson of this podcast is just find a balance and just find a way of coping in whatever way you can, and don't apologize for it. Memories. Oh, we are our dreams and memories. I thought I saw a shooting star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. And I know you didn't mean it, I know you want to say it again. Do you remember when we were two kids playing on the swings, waiting for the bell to ring and bring us to an end? And I don't want to come back down again. Oh, we are our dreams and memories. Thanks for listening. You can find the next episode wherever you find your podcast or YouTube. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on Poetry and Songwriting by Barrie Herrold.